Welcome to the Workforce Connections podcast, where we discuss workforce development in Southern Nevada. Here's your host.
Hi, and welcome to the WC podcast, where we explore workforce development issues in Southern Nevada. Today, we have a special guest, a member of the Local Elected Officials Consortium, one of my 8 bosses, Matthew Fox. Welcome.
How you doing?
I am good, thank you. Great to have you here. What do you think about our new studio?
I love it. I love the colors. It's very modern and sleek looking.
Yep, thank you. And I think we're doing this because we want to keep up with the way people communicate today, right? Who would have known podcasting? But here we are.
Yes, the thing nowadays.
I love that you wore your Fox Smokehouse barbecue. I was lucky to be there, try some of the food. We're going back soon, but. Tell me, having recently been elected to the Boulder City Council, what has it been like to be a local elected official now at the same time as a business owner?
You know, it's just balancing everything. Going into it, you think you have an idea of what goes on, but once you get in there, everything's out the window. So it's just learning how to balance, the restaurant workforce and now city council. So
it's been all a new experience.
It is, yes.
Well, we're happy to have you here. We've been fortunate to attend, and you'll see us also soon. Every year we go to the councils to get an annual report of what this organization has been up to. And of course, you are a part of that because every city council, every commission sends a local elected official like you to help govern this agency. And so what are when we go to Boulder City? It's very animated city councils. By the way, I love the level of engagement and civic engagement of the town. They express their opinions. They want to make sure their voices are heard. What other things are interesting about Boulder City? Of course, we all know Hoover Dam, but why do? In your opinion, why do you think people go to Boulder City to have fun and to experience what?
Yeah, so Boulder City, right, we are pretty close to Las Vegas and Henderson, but when you go to Boulder City, it's like going back in time. There's no gambling, there's no casinos. You go there to have a good old time, bring the family. We really thrive on tourism. We have our old historic downtown with restaurants, a lot of antique shops, other shops, retails. And then, you have the Hoover Dam for the tours. You have the Railway Museum. We have a new haunted tour in town as well. So it's you just go there to get away from the hustle and bustle of the large, city of Las Vegas.
I remember when they were building the new interstate, if you will, around Boulder City, because I remember when the big trucks had to always roll through Boulder City, and there was nobody knew what the impact was going to be about routing the big trucks and a lot of the traffic around the city. I remember talks about is it going to be another Radiator Springs, But that doesn't seem to be the case, has it? When I go to Boulder City now on the weekends, I love that little restaurant now that used to be a long time ago a gas station, but it's right in the corner. They have live music. I think it's Mexican food, and it's just a wonderful place. As you said, families just sit there, have a great meal, listen to music. In your opinion, the interstate hasn't affected Boulder City in a negative way. Is that correct?
No, it hasn't. It in our eyes, the business and everything, we see that it helped us significantly. Going into this, years ago before they built it, it was big discussion on what was going to happen. And my parents and I knew that, if we diverted all the truckers and people that don't want to stop in Boulder, it's got to allow people from Summerlin, Centennial Hills, everyone that wants to come to Boulder City that doesn't want to sit in the traffic now can make their way in, no problem. And it really has allowed a lot more people to come into Boulder City and enjoy our small town.
Yeah, that's been my experience. You talk about business, and again, I was fortunate to tour yours after I had something to eat, and you can't help to see the families that work there, or the people who work there, who I know have families, depend on those paychecks, and whether it be in the bar or in the back in the kitchen, the people serving the food. What was it like being a business owner like you, a small business owner, in Boulder City here in Southern Nevada during the months of the pandemic? What lessons have you learned from those months?
really to plan. Make sure you have, the plan that you have now, and then a backup plan, because things can turn at the drop of a dime, and that's what happened with COVID. And luckily, we had planned ahead and made some necessary changes, and we were able to do pretty well during the pandemic. We had to unfortunately let go about 90% of my staff, but once because we were in transaction from building our new restaurant from our old one. So when we ran out of food and supplies at the old one, we shut down, moved to the new location, brought everybody back, and the timing was perfect. We didn't, some of the staff, they got let go, but they were able to collect unemployment and do what they had to do, and they got a few weeks of vacation and come back. Everyone was very happy. They all understood what was going on, so I had no negative impact. But everybody was just happy that when we did have our grand opening, that everyone was back.
That's great. Yeah, when I visited, it felt vibrant. People. The restaurant was full. People were having fun. But you and I, when we met at the Boulder City Library, you were sharing with me that the labor market looks different today. People trying to find workers that stay, that show up. And so do you see now post-pandemic things, I don't know what you call anymore, the normal, the new normal. We know the pandemic changed a lot of things, but moving forward, what do you think about the labor market and the workers?
You know what? It's hard to say right now, because I think everyone got comfortable staying at home and collecting unemployment. And they were getting that extra money for a while. I know, and now it's back to normal, but it just got people being okay with being at home. And, in our line of work, right, you can't do it remotely. So it's just getting people back and training them and giving them skills to really succeed, other than staying, whether it's at our business or another business, but helping them, keep going up on the list of, of skills.
Yeah, that's right. You, in your industry, at least until now, you can't replace workers, cooking and serving and pouring drinks. I know we are in another business in the office world where a lot of times people can be effective from home, but it's definitely not the case in the food service industry. Now, again, we started mentioning that you recently became a council member in Boulder City, and that, of course, made it so that you became appointed as one of the members of the Local Elected Officials Consortium here for Workforce Connections. 2 questions, I guess, 2-parter. How are you enjoying being a member of the LEO Consortium so far? I know it's only been a short time, but by what you've heard so far and learned about it, what do you hope your impact to be over the next few months and years?
Yeah, so I've only been here a short time, but what I've experienced, everyone has been so great. Jaime, you've been a wonderful resource, and I really want to get my hands deeper in here and really help out and do whatever I can with you guys. And I know the first time I came in, you guys were doing a demo on the paintless dent removal. I would love to come in and do something like that, but on the barbecue side, whether it's trimming up meat or cooking meat, giving people directions on how to do things and use skills that they can take, other places.
That would be awesome. We would love nothing more than to have a local elected official who is willing to get down in the dirt with us, if you will, and because it all starts there. These services we provide are meant to move people from dependency on systems to self-sufficiency, and so we will take you up on that offer, and we'll definitely use your knowledge and expertise of the industry to help how we expose our participants to the food industry. So I want to thank you for being here on the podcast today. Any final departing thoughts?
Just thank you for having me, and I really look forward to working with you more and the rest of the group.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
So that's it for this episode of the WC Podcast. We look forward to seeing you at the next one. Until then, stay safe. Okay, well, Matt, thank you for staying over to do our bonus segment called Against the Wall. We have 3 segments. The first one is called Your Favorites. Are you ready?
Yep.
Your favorite food.
I'm a simple man. Pizza.
Favorite family recipe.
Ribs.
Favorite city to visit.
So far, I'd have to say Cancun.
All right. Favorite subject in school.
PE.
Favorite musical artist or group.
Just say Motley Crue.
All right. Hardcore. Your favorite holiday.
Christmas.
Awesome. And that's coming up soon. So,
Yes.
very good. You made it for the first segment. The second one is called Tough Choices. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Would you rather vacation in Hawaii or Alaska?
Hawaii.
Are you a guy whose glass is half full or half empty?
Half full.
Would you rather travel by plane or car?
Depend on the distance, but plane.
Me too. Would you rather owe money or owe a favor?
Money.
Would people say you're an introvert or extrovert?
Extrovert.
My favorite question, justice or grace?
Grace.
Would you rather ride a bike or drive a car?
Car.
Great. You made it through the second segment called Tough Choices. We're rounding the corner to the last one called Finish the Sentence, where I'm going to give you a few unfinished sentences and you will finish them. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
If Matt could live anywhere, it would be...
Fiji.
Matt's favorite thing about his career is...
Freedom.
The best part of living in Southern Nevada is...
Winter.
3 words that describe Matt are...
Nice. Outgoing. And caring.
I agree. If Matt could travel back in time, it would be...
To buy Bitcoin.
Awesome. So I want to thank you for staying over and doing the program with us. Tell us, doing the WC podcast today was...
Amazing.
Awesome. Well, Matt, thank you for staying over and doing the bonus segment with us today.